In this video, I'll show you how I identify support and resistance in Ethereum using market structure and how I use Ethereum to confirm Bitcoin move instead of trading blind. Most traders look at Ethereum in isolation. I will show you how to read it the professional way. The question now is why Ethereum matters in the crypto space, because Bitcoin leads the crypto market. That's clear. But Ethereum plays a very important role. It tells us how strong the market really is. When Bitcoin moves and Ethereum confirms the move, it usually means risk appetite is healthy. When Bitcoin moves and Ethereum struggles, that's always a warning sign for altcoins. So Ethereum is not just another coin. It acts as a confirmation layer, particularly for altcoins. That's why you see many people out there calling for Ethereum to do well. Because if Ethereum is doing well, then altcoin market are going to be doing well. They're going to follow exactly what Ethereum is doing because most of these altcoins are paired to Ethereum. Ethereum is the altcoin god. Before we go deep into Ethereum, let's recap what market structure really means. Market structure is higher highs and higher lows. In market structure, higher highs and higher lows is equals to bullish structure, and lower highs and lower lows is equals to bearish structure. Support and resistance are reaction zones or level in market structure. They are not signals, they are not just lines, they are liquidity zones. I use support and resistance as liquidity zones. If I'm marking support and resistance on any chart, it tells me that there's liquidity either above resistance and below support. Let me show you how I personally rate market structure. This is the chart of Ethereum on the weekly time frame. For you to understand market structure properly or to get a proper view of market structure, you need to know where the market is at on the weekly time frame, or you can begin with the monthly time frame. But the way I go about the market, I'll focus more on the weekly setup to get a proper view of market structure. And if we look at in the case of Ethereum, we can confirm that Ethereum is in an uptrend if you look at market structure. And what is market structure? It's higher highs, higher lows, or lower lows, lower highs. In this case, you can see that we have been forming higher highs and higher lows with Ethereum. If you mark these key areas on the weekly setup, you are going to see clearly that we have these zones here. This is a low, first low, second low. We have another low here. This was the previous low, and then we have this low. So I would say that this low is not a valid low. I'm going to count instead this low, and this low. Why am I saying so? Because you can see we took out this low. So automatically this low became the major low before price took us to the upside. If we have to now look at the higher highs level, we're going to mark this level here. This is a higher high level, and this one is the higher high level. But because we took out this liquidity here, all right, I'm going to look at this level as the higher highs of this move. Then this is the other high. All right, you can still mark this one, but or I'm not going to mark it because if you look at it here, it's not really that significant. And price took out this low here, so automatically I'm looking at this one, this one, this one, and this one only when price is going to break this high here and then create the new high, then this one will automatically become the next lower low, right? But this is how you mark the key levels on the higher time frame, particularly on the weekly time frame, to give you a proper view of how market structure is like. If I look at this structure here, it tells me that we have been bullish for Ethereum, even though Ethereum hasn't been moving like crazy. But since 2022, right, we have been bullish with Ethereum. Ethereum left about $900, and since that time, we haven't seen Ethereum get back to that price point. So in that case, we have been bullish, meaning anyone who bought Ethereum around this price point is still in profit, right? So looking at where Ethereum price is now, what can we say about how to approach this as an investor or as a trader? Like as an investor, you are marking key levels on the chart and see how price is going to react to those key levels. For example, let's say you are an investor and you are like, okay, Ethereum is bullish right now, and you are thinking maybe you want to buy Ethereum like right now. anticipating that Ethereum might go to $10,000. You have to look at why Ethereum is reacting the way it is reacting, where it is based on previous price action. So you're gonna zoom right and look at previous price action. You mark key levels. For example, if you look at where Ethereum is, you can just go there and mark. Let's say we're here, just mark here. Then you go back to see which support zone or which demand area Ethereum is actually sitting on currently. You can see clearly if you look at this level, you can see that on the weekly setup, price reject. Yeah, this zone was acting as resistance when price was below it, and yeah, the same thing multiple times before we break. Yeah, the same thing multiple times before price break above, and above. Yeah, it was acting as support before price break below. So seeing that price was resisting here in the past, that was in 2025, then we break and close above this zone in the same 2025. Ethereum went right up to about $4,955, and Ethereum came back after that, retraced back to this level here where price have rejected multiple times. So as an investor, even as a trader, you can look at this zone and say to yourself, okay, this is a good area to buy Ethereum, because even if price is going to live from here and break below, there's high chances that there's going to be one attempt back there and you can decide to get out, at a minimum loss. But let's say you buy Ethereum, yeah, when price already go above like these levels and price is staying at a key resistance level, you're gonna look back in the future, you're gonna like, okay, look at this area. Price rejected this zone multiple times in the past. So it is but normal or okay to anticipate that price is going to reject from that zone again in the future when price gets there, and you can see that price did exactly that. So if you would have been an investor who want to capitalize on their capital, or you are a trader who is swing trading and you want to cash out profit easily, you can cash out profit easily, yeah, knowing that even if price is going to retrace back, respect key structures. And when structure is broken, that's when you become concerned. For example, in this case, if we have to mark the structure here, based on support and resistance, we can look at the lowest point of that move. This is the lowest point of that move. Yeah, you can see clearly. So this should be the support zone based on this price action. So looking at this area, and we can say that based on where we are, we don't want to see price at least break and close below this support zone. And even if price break and close below the support zone, we want to see buyback, because yeah, there should be liquidity. That is lot of orders are below here, and also lot of orders are above these levels. Look at support and resistance like this. When you mark the zones, expect that there's liquidity above price. And when you mark it like this, expect that there's liquidity below price. Right? You have to understand all of this. You need to now create a whole zone there. So now you know that there is a zone, that that zone to you is accumulation zone, and if price get out of that zone, you are going to be looking at either you are taking out profit, you are buying, or you are like just staying away from the market until price react properly. In this case, what we should be looking at now for Ethereum is, if Ethereum is above this level, then we are still bullish. And if we break and stay below this level, if we see Ethereum break and stay below this level, then there's high chances that we can continue to mark lower, right? So that's just how we look at market structure on the higher time frame. You build the structure on the weekly time frame, then you wait to see how price is going to react when price get there. You can see clearly in the past how price reacted in that area. Price rejected multiple times in that area, and the same thing is happening here in the future. Seeing how price is rejecting here in the future. And this is a demand and supply zone. This area has been a huge demand area in the past. So it's right to see price reject in that area. There's something I want you guys to understand when it comes to Ethereum or any other altcoin in the crypto space. Make sure you focus your attention most of the time on Bitcoin. You want to see how Bitcoin is reacting to its own support and resistance level or market structure. Bitcoin market structure is the ultimate market structure. Ethereum is just confirming whether what Bitcoin is doing is going to be reflecting to the other altcoins. So if Ethereum is moving alongside Bitcoin and doing well, it means all coins are going to do well against Bitcoin. So when you analyze Bitcoin, look at Ethereum, see whether Ethereum structure is aligned with that of Bitcoin. If you confirm that, then if you're an altcoin investor or a trader, you can now drop down to your altcoins and look at those altcoins that are performing the same way. They are moving or they are aligning the same way with Bitcoin market structure or moving alongside Bitcoin or moving with Bitcoin. This is how you become powerful, building your analysis by reading the market, looking at market structure, looking at key support and resistance level, looking at areas where liquidity lies based on support and resistance. And this is the whole thesis of market structure. When Bitcoin pulls back, watch Ethereum. If Ethereum holds structure while BTC or Bitcoin retraces, that shows strength. But if Ethereum breaks structure before Bitcoin, that often warns weakness across the market. All of this is about risk management. You need to be able to manage risks to enter the market at the proper time so that you limit your risks. Here are the mistakes I see all the time. Trading Ethereum without Bitcoin context, drawing too many levels, using indicators instead of structure, ignoring higher time frame, and focusing only on your altcoins instead of looking at what the macro aspect of the market is doing, which is Bitcoin. How are they reacting to key levels? If you're able to understand all of this, then you are going to be doing well with your altcoins because structure amplifies the chart. It doesn't complicate it. Now that you understand how Ethereum acts as a confirmation layer, the next step is Solana. Solana often show momentum and risk appetite earlier than other coins, and I'll break down that next. If you want to learn market structure step by step and trade with clarity instead of hype, subscribe to the channel. This series is designed to build real understanding, not shortcuts. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye. Ciao.